You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Y&R fans. Belinda from Soap Dirt with your early weekly spoilers for next week, June 10th through 14th. I cannot believe how fast this year is moving. We're going to be talking Christmas spoilers here soon. It feels like it's going so fast. We have got some exciting stuff. Adam Newman is struggling, and Alan's scary twin is going to have a bigger appearance. So if you have not, please reach down, click subscribe, and now let's dive in. If you're a regular listener and watcher, you'll know that on early edition days, we talk about what's happening the rest of this week on the CBS Soap, just to set things up for the spoilers for next week. With that in mind, on Wednesday, June 5th, Billy Abbott is back in Genoa City. He has been out and about on a tour of all the companies, and Devon and Nate and Lily all think it's a suck-up tour, and he is making a power play. Lily is upset with him, but then Billy betrays his mother's trust and her request, and he goes ahead and he does what I was hoping he would do. And he tells Lily that Jill is sick, that it's her heart, and she's in the UK getting treatment, but he's not sure how it's going to go. So he asks Lily to really consider going ahead and adding Abbott to Chancellor Winters in name to honor Jill. They kind of argue about that. Lily still thinks he's playing power games, but he's like, no, this is about recognizing my mom because she might not ever be back. And he wants her to keep Jill's illness a secret. Meanwhile, Adam and Chelsea are already back from their trip to see Connor. He video called them while they were on the private jet heading over. He refused to see them, and he engaged in some dramatic self-harm because his OCD, that he calls an it, basically like it's another person, didn't want him to be excited and didn't want him to see them. So Chelsea follows Adam up into his apartment, and they're talking. Adam is very stressed out. Chelsea breaks down. She's crying. Adam is hugging her when Sally walks in on them with one of her moving boxes. And so while it's supposed to all look very dramatic, it's fine. Sally and Chelsea are very nice to each other. She says she's glad that Sally's moving in with him. Sally, talks to her about Marquetti. And then after Chelsea leaves, Adam unburdens himself to Sally, and she is completely supportive and loving. It's very sweet. Mamie Johnson shows up while Nate and Devon are having lunch on Wednesday. She claims that she's done fighting, that she'll go back to being a silent investor. Devon says he'll believe it, that she wants peace if she will sell him her shares so that she doesn't have any skin in the game, and that way they know she can't make trouble. But she refuses, and they think that is a very big red flag. Billy gets together with Chelsea. She tells him all about what went on with Connor. The poor kid punched himself in the face over them coming, and that's just killing Adam. It's killing Chelsea that he hurt himself to avoid seeing them. And he also betrays Jill's trust by telling Chelsea, but she had to know he'd tell his girlfriend, right? And he tells her his mom is sick, and they both just kind of unburden all their stresses on each other. Thursday, June 6th, Ashley's time in Paris turns bizarre. So she's heard from Alan that he has this sociopathic brother, Martin, his twin. He looks just like him, obviously, but wears leather and has slightly disheveled hair, as opposed to tweed and sweaters. And it definitely looks like his brother is the one that did something to her, did this trauma, or is responsible for it. And I just worry if Martin might be able to pretend to be Alan and lure Ashley away, take her away somewhere. I mean, obviously, there's going to be some big dramatic conclusion to this, and I have to think that she's going to be in danger again. Friday, June 7th, Ashley finds out something absolutely stunning. I'm assuming this is her maybe getting her memories back of what happened that night with Martin, or maybe she runs into Martin and he tells her what happened. And Tucker McCall decides he needs to just handle things personally. And this may be with Audra and shutting her down with Glissade. I mean, realistically, if he gave her a position, she's got no stake. He can just fire her and then tell the board you're not allowed to meet with her. I mean, if she has no position or stock or anything, she can't do anything other than just be a pain, right? When it comes to Ashley, though, he can get a little more hands-on. He definitely wants to protect her. Now, on to the week of June 10th through 14th and our early spoilers. Audra is not going to back down. She wants Glissade. She's fed up. You know, she feels like she's been fired by, you know, the Newmans and kind of kicked around, and feels like that she hasn't gotten what she deserves, and what she deserves is to take everything of Tucker's. I'm not sure why he's taking the brunt of her anger other than they've been together for so long, but she's going to push him past the limit of his patience. And also next week, we're going to have more fallout from Billy betraying Jill's trust. And I just wonder if Lily will honor the name change request once she has time to think about it. I mean, she does really care about Jill. So her main thing is she's trying to figure out if Billy is leveraging his mom's illness to get what he wants, or if this is a genuine heartfelt request. And I'm also worried that she may betray Billy's trust and go ahead and tell Nate and Devon that Jill is sick. Realistically, spreading the word among the leadership team at Chancellor Winters that Jill's heart is failing her, that could solve a lot of problems, because Nate and Devon would probably back down about Billy. Mamie Johnson would probably back off too. You know, it could be a best case scenario, but the question is whether Lily would actually do that. Ashley faces off with Martin. Things could get dodgy and dim. And I wonder if finding out what happened to her that night will snap her out of her DID, or, you know, will her murderous persona Ms. Abbott take over and kill Martin or something like that. I mean, Ms. Abbott wanted to kill Tucker, and they're all about protecting Ashley. So I just wonder if the alters might come out to deal with him. We'll see. Claire may be harboring a secret crush on Kyle soon, but we've seen that she is determined to not alienate Summer, so she may keep quiet about it. But if she tells her mom, I'm certain Victoria will encourage her. Victoria thinks everybody in Genoa City should get over the fact that Claire was trying to kill the whole family, because they have gotten over it. I don't know if Nick's gotten over it, but everybody else seems to be willing to ignore it. And so Victoria just wants everybody to just pretend her daughter is fine, and Summer is not having all of that. Cole may spill the beans to Victoria about her dad and what he did with Jordan if Victor keeps pushing Cole and saying these ultimatums about how he can't see Victoria and trying to push him away from her and Claire, him out of Genoa City, really. And Sally and Summer are going to be stunned to find that they work well together, and Chelsea's cool with it. And we're going to see Adam continuing to struggle. He feels enormous guilt. You know, he's been dead a few times during Connor's life, I think more than once. And the kid has grown up in a lot of ways without his influence as a father. And then Chelsea had that one much older guy, and he was basically daddying Connor. Nick has been a daddy to Connor. He's just not had a lot of fatherly continuity in his life, and Adam knows that, and Adam himself has had his own daddy issues, so of course he's blaming himself, and that's going to continue. Those are all of our early weekly spoilers. Drop your comments on what you're excited to see. Definitely subscribe if you haven't, and please come back. We are here talking Young and the Restless 7 days a week, and as always, I'm your host, Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.